Good day, people. So today I am actually going to be tackling the Old Ones Army Tier 3 event. Hadn't actually done it yet, already finished the game otherwise. So over here I've just built a little new area for doing that. You can see this is where I had done it originally. I had turned this into an arena for boss fights and other invasion events, and that's not going to work for this event because you're not allowed to have all those buildings around. So, and the traps and stuff don't really work anyway. So I basically just flattened this area over here. So generally for doing the Old Ones Army event at any level of the event, piercing weapons or piercing ammo are going to be helpful. So what I've done is I've gone ahead and put together 2 stacks of Luminite bullets and 2 stacks of Luminite arrows. I'll get to what I'm going to be using with that in a minute. So, and of course your additional buffs, I've got my heart lantern here, I've got a campfire, and I've put together my bewitching table, my sharpening station, my ammo box, my crystal ball. Of course you don't need all of those, it's whichever kind of attacks you're going to use. I've also got some other stuff in place. I am using some endgame equipment. Any non-tavern keep, non-Old Ones Army sentries that don't have to do with this event will be helpful because they don't count towards your sentry limit for the event, and they don't use the Ethereum mana that those are based on. So for that reason, I've got personally here my crystal staff, rainbow crystal staff, and my lunar portal staff. Also the Spider Queen is another one. And the staff of the Frost Hydra, so you can summon a Frost Hydra sentry as well, will be very helpful. The most recommended strategy for Tier 3 is actually to use a Summoner class character. Max out your Summoner class, which you can get all the way up to 11 minions, and the one they recommend is a Stardust Staff minion. If you can get 11 Stardust Staffs, they're going to make short work of most of the waves of the Old Ones Army. So I do have a Stardust Cell Staff, which I crafted. That's from the Stardust Fragments from the Lunar event. And yeah, I'm not going to be doing Summoner though. I've still got my ranged, my Vortex armor. I am using endgame equipment in general, so obviously that's hopefully going to make it easier. On the other hand, they do recommend that you do each tier of the event and save up your Defender medals so that you can get better sentries, and I don't have those because I was already at the point of the game where it would have been Tier 2, and I did, you know, give it a try at Tier 2. I actually never beat it at Tier 2 even. So I actually have Tier 1 sentry staffs for the event, but we'll see how we do because I do have endgame equipment. Otherwise, I finally got my Meow Mirror, which is actually why I'm doing this event right now. I need to get the last of the swords for my sword follow-up, which is the one that drops from Betsy. So we'll see how I do here, but if you're able to get endgame equipment, of course, a Meow Mirror and or a Star Wrath, those are both recommended swords for melee characters. For ranged equipment, the SDMG with the Luminite bullets is recommended. I didn't get the SDMG yet, even though I've been farming the Moonlord for the swords, but I do still have my Vortex Speeder, which is pretty good as well, and the Phantasm, of course. Anything where you want to do a lot of damage to one thing, or in this case, because the Luminite arrows as well are piercing arrows, so the Phantasm is going to be very useful as well. I'm going to be using both of those because with the Vortex armor, I don't have to choose. So I'll be doing those, and if you're a magic user, recommended weapons are the Last Prism and the Staff of Earth. So I'll be putting the wiki links in here as well. But yeah, without further ado, let's get started. I'm going to want to swap in, of course, my high damage accessories. I'm going to be using my Skutlix mount, which is actually recommended for this event as well. I have a monk's belt from the event. I probably should have reforged that, but that's going to allow me to use an extra regular sentry. So that way I can actually use both my crystal staff and my portal staff, my lunar portal staff. I can have one of each, or I can have 2 of one. I'm going to see which one's more effective because they're both kind of recommended. So let's fire it up. And I'm still not sure. I have a necromantic scroll, which of course is another thing that allows an extra minion. I don't know. I'll see how the sentries do, and I can always swap that in and summon another minion instead if I think the minions are doing a better job than the sentries. So yeah, let's get the buffs from these things. because I'm probably going to use a mix of weapons, really. And then I can get my staff ready. Actually, why don't I summon those before the action starts? And I'm going to want to... See, I've got a couple of those now because of the bewitching table, but I'm going to place this. I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, I don't take it out of the inventory. I just right click. Okay, so then I buff, and then I can get a third one. Supposed to get a third one. Anyway, so here we are. You can see all that stuff is actually already doing quite a bit of damage. Those sentries are helping out a lot. I'm not even really doing anything yet. I didn't even place my actual event sentries, although honestly they're probably not going to make that big a difference at this point anyway. Oh yeah, and I need my mount, of course. Gonna want that. So you can see here the Luminite arrows are going to do good work. Now I can cast one of those. Yeah, actually so far this is easier, but I mean it's just wave 1, so... Alright. Maybe put a ballista here. No, I don't have, I don't think I have quite enough Ethereum mana yet. But I've got one lightning aura at each side. Obviously kind of taking it easy at the beginning here. And yeah, of course the tier 3 event, you've got some more enemies now. You've got lightning bugs, they're gonna inflict a nasty debuff. But yeah, I mean, it's going well enough so far. We'll see how long all this stuff goes. Oh, I'm definitely going to need to keep these things going. Yeah, the sentries, as I was saying, definitely a big help. And now I've got enough of this stuff that I can throw in a couple more of these. Not so much though that I can do much more than that. So I've got 2 on each side now. I'm gonna want to put in some, oh, I almost missed those. Yeah, I'm thinking I want to put in some ballistas behind those. And yeah, you can see this is going much better than when I first tried the tier 2 event even. I was really not doing that well at that. I had theories as to what to do, but my level of experience with the game and just, you know, the amount of advice that's out there now on this event as well. And just having endgame equipment again. Endgame equipment, it's a good thing. Maybe I'll switch out and try my vortex speeder. Yeah, that's effective too. Of course, with these you have to aim. I've gotten kind of used to chlorophyte bullets. Wave complete, just like that. Alright, and you can see, I mean, you can make a wider arena. It has to be at least 60, I think, on each side. But this one's a little more than that, but it's not a lot more than that. Alright, and yeah, I may as well, actually I was just going to do this anyway, but those faded while I was there. I seem to only be getting 2 of those. I thought I would be able to get 3 because of the bewitching table. Oh, maybe that's it though. Yeah. Alright, whatever. Not in a panic yet. And yeah, the lunar portal, you can see Besides, you know, the rainbow crystal does excellent damage in general. The lunar portal, though, is supposed to be helpful with the flying enemies, which is a big deal. But yeah, I mean, this is, at this point, it's not even that hard. If you don't have, you know, if you're not doing this after already defeating the Moon Lord, you don't have quite as high tier equipment. You know, similar idea. Get as many sentries as you can. There are other types, of course. Frost Hydra is going to be a big help. The Queen Spider do all right. And use your piercing weapons. Probably a good idea to refresh your sentries in between waves. Like that. And with the right equipment, obviously it's not too bad. If I was doing this pre-endgame equipment, I'd probably be using the chain gun. Oh, I got slimed there. Yeah, see, oozed. So the ogre will do that to you. Keep an eye out for the flying guys, of course. Oh, he still oozed me. I didn't know he could do that from such a distance. That's alright, I'm hanging out in the middle anyway. I don't hopefully have to move fast. Right, collect our mana. Put out more of those. Yes, I've gotten far enough, I'm actually getting defender medals, so if this doesn't work out, I can buy better stuff. Yeah, I mean, honestly, when I was doing this at tier 2, I was like panicking, but I'm at wave 6, and honestly, it's pretty easy right now. Make sure you keep your buff potions going. Probably a good idea to stay out of the way of the ooze. Starting to have to actually do things now, though. So there's that. But this is wave 6, and I'm just starting to have to do things. So I feel that this strategy is working out. We'll see if I get Betsy's Wrath, I think is the name of the sword. If I defeat Betsy. I think it's a 1 1/4 chance. So I might have to do this more than once, but I'll just show you this one, and you can imagine that I would continue doing the same. Oh, you got me. Yeah, obviously, like, every buff counts. So I've got my Celestial Shell going on. And so on. So yeah, let's yeah, let's do that both sides. And you can see how recently I built this arena because the grass hasn't even finished growing. Oh, there's Betsy. Okay. Giant fire-breathing dragon. And I actually switched out my Ankh shield because the only debuff that gets inflicted this entire event is on fire from Betsy's fire breath. And the Onk Shield doesn't help with that, so. Felt it would probably be more useful to have more sentries and so on. Hey, you know what? I think I might just do this. That's the first time I had to heal in the entire event. Done. Done and done. Victory is mine. Are we not amused? So that's it. Oh, and yes, Betsy's Wrath. That is exactly what I was looking for, but my inventory is full, so there we go. Betsy's Wrath. Oh no, that's magic damage. Never mind. Okay, so the sword is a different one. I'm gonna have to do this again, but you get the idea. Hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Oh, Brand of the Inferno? No, I don't think that's it either. Anyway, hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. That's how you do it. See you next time. Bye for now.